4 years ago, I invented a cold DM system called DM Sorcery, and it's booked me more than 5,000 appointments in the last 3 years. What you can see on the screen here are my Calendly analytics for the last 3 years. If we look at the WS Discovery Call event, the ON Discovery Call event, and the IA or the A Call event, we can find that I've booked roughly 5,000 appointments, qualified high-ticket appointments using cold DM in the last 3 years. With a 70% show rate and around a 20% conversion rate, this has given me between 600 to 700 high-ticket clients, which has made me between $5 and $6 million on ridiculous profit margin because it's just cold DMs. So what I want to do in this video is walk you through this system and how it works so you can build it for yourself. So what we're not going to do is jump into some shiny object and some, quick fix. I'm just going to give you the system, right? So the way this works is you pick a platform like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can use Reddit probably. Any platform that allows you to do cold DMs, you can use. And it's not, just these platforms. You can use any platform that your niche is available to contact on. And what we do is the workflow looks like this. We start by connecting. So, this could be sending a friend request, it could be sending a connection request, it could be following them on Instagram, it could be following them on Twitter. We need some level of connection to actually, reach out to the person so we have permission to message them, right? Because if you try and message someone on Facebook without being their friend or on LinkedIn without being connected to them, they won't actually receive it. Well, they might, but they won't see it. Once we've connected, we do what I call a Trojan horse soft pitch, okay? And the Trojan horse soft pitch is an incredibly simple message, and it's literally made me nearly $6 million. And it goes something like this. And I'm not going to read it word for word because that would be unfair on our clients that actually pay for this information. But the Trojan horse soft pitch is very straightforward. You reach out to them, and you do this via voice note or via video. So no text messages because we need to break the pattern. You could do a GIF, you could do a meme, anything. But basically, it's, hey, John, thanks for accepting my request. I know you get pitched here all the time. I want to pitch you something, but in order for me to do that, I would like to ask for your permission. If that's okay, then just let me know. That's literally it. The whole reason that this approach works is it's a permission-based approach. So we're not reaching out to them at the beginning saying, hey, John, I've got this thing and I can get you 25 clients. And No. It's, hey, John, I would like your permission to pitch you. Is that okay? This puts them in the driver's seat. It puts them in control. It warms them up to you. And not only that, but it just breaks the pattern because they've never sort of experienced someone actually being polite enough to ask before. Once we get the permission, which we basically just is as simple as them responding, like we tell them what we want them to respond. So we might say to them like, if it's okay for you to pitch, if it's okay for me to pitch you, please just reply one word, okay, and I'll send over some information. We do allude ever so slightly to what we do in this permission thing. So it's an extremely high level thing. Like, if you sold a fitness product, you could say, hey, Lisa, my name's Charlie. I work with women and I help them get in the best shape of their life. Looks like you're already doing really well on your fitness journey. Listen, the last thing I want to do is, sell you something when you don't even know who I am. But with your permission, I'd love to explain a little bit more about how I could potentially help you, get to where you want to go. How would you feel about that? Is that okay? Just send me a thumbs up if so. Something like that. Now, that's not actually the verbatim. There is a better way of doing this that I'm not going to tell you on this video because I'm sure you can figure it out. And if you want like the copy and pastable process, my course is in the description, but that was a terrible pitch. But you get my point, right? Anyway, high level permission-based pitch. We get their permission. Then the next thing is really important. So I'm just going to rub this all out. So step 1 is connect. Step 2 is permission to pitch. Then step 3 is obviously the pitch. So what we do here is we don't send them a loom. We don't send them a long message. We don't send them a PDF. We send them what I call a native VSL. So VSL obviously stands for video sales letter. And this is a 1 minute 59 video. Now, you can do it shorter than this, but you cannot go longer than 1 minute 59. The reason is because most of these social platforms will not let you natively send a video that is longer than 1 minute and 58 or 59 seconds. For example, LinkedIn a while ago, they cracked down on this. You can't text someone an MP4 file on LinkedIn if it's longer than 2 minutes. So they might have changed it, but I don't think they have. So you need this constraint. And the reason it's called a native VSL is because what we want to do is we want to keep them on the platform. We want to make this process of them booking a call as easy and as simple as possible. So we're not sending them a Loom. We're not talking for 10 minutes about what they do. We're not trying to book a discovery call. We're not sending them a PDF. We're not sending them to a funnel. All we're doing is sending them something that they can watch in 1 or 2 minutes on the exact same app that they opened up and responded to you on, if that makes sense. And so the native VSL is incredibly straightforward. Literally all it is transparency. So you start it by saying, hey, I'm here to sell you something. I've got your permission to do so. At any moment, you can click off this video if you feel like it's not for you, but without further ado, let's get into it. So you just start with the transparency because you need to maintain the same theme of permission. Every single step of the way needs to be like, if it's okay with you, etc., etc. Once you've got the transparency bit out of the way, you state your offer, then you state any social proof that you have, and then at a very, 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 very high level, you explain how you get them the result. So it's literally like, hey, so if you're watching, it's evergreen, right? You're not sending a new one each time, so you just record one. You record it as a selfie video. You don't want a professional, crazy camera setup with fancy lighting. It should just be your iPhone because remember, you're reaching out to these people via DM. It needs to feel real. It needs to feel natural. If we send them to some crazy sales funnel or some high production video, it breaks this like casual communication we have with them. And that casual essence, as soon as we lose it, you're going to lose them. So basically it's, hey, John, just so you know, I am here to sell you something. Obviously, you've given me permission to do that. If at any moment you feel like I'm overstepping the line, please tell me, and you can click off the video. Now, what I do is I help blah, 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 and I'll give my example. I help marketing agency owners, coaching consultants, and course sellers like you get 52 clients in 52 weeks, completely guaranteed. And if we don't do that, we give you a full refund and send you $10,000 back on top. Seems too good to be true. Here's some examples. Then what you do is you cut a clip in of you on a Loom video. So you cut the Loom video into the selfie video, and it's just you going through social proof. Now, if you don't have testimonials, you replace testimonials with a fancy looking Miro board, or I just realized I got my bottle in the way. How rude is that? We replace the testimonials with some sort of Miro board or Figma board. Like, when you get these cool diagrams with like different workflows and stuff, you can get authority from fancy looking diagrams as opposed to testimonials. So, do with that what you will. Just explaining the overall high-level workflow. You need to deliver this video with a lot of confidence, and then all we're doing at the end is the call to action is exactly the same as the permission. So we're not saying like if you like schedule this call and it's going to be great. Like, all we're doing is saying if you want me to send over a calendar link so that you can explore this further, and how if I have your permission is how you lead this. If I have your permission, I would love your permission to send over a calendar link so that we can schedule an appointment to talk about this. It puts them in full control. It's a soft close. It works incredibly well, and that's how you end the VSL. It's another permission. And what you do, and you start to create a chain here, is the permission CTA that you used in the initial video, which could be a thumbs up, it could be the word okay, it could be the word yes. Just a simple CTA that they can just respond without thinking. You use the same CTA. So if in the Trojan horse, like permission-based video at the start, I'm saying, hey John, want to get in with clients, send a thumbs up if I can pitch you. If he sends a thumbs up, then I'm going to ask for the same CTA in the VSL because he's already done the CTA once. He's familiar with it. We've now got a bit of commitment consistency bias. The emoji's already there. Simple. So we round that off with a permission-based thing. And basically, the way that we do this, we need to plug the gap at this point. So once we've done the pitch, you might be wondering about follow-up. So on the permission-based video, we will follow up twice. Follow-up 1 and follow-up 2. So cold, if they don't respond to your first voice note or video saying, hey, I'd love to pitch you, can I get your permission? Then we're going to follow up with them once or twice. And we're going to do this tastefully, basically just because here's the thing is you've sent them a video and you've sent them or a voice note, which means that in order for them to contextualize the message, they need to watch it or listen. And so follow-up 1 and 2 on this permission-based approach at the beginning is we're doing nothing more than just, hey, what did you think of the video? Hey, what do you think of the voice note? What are your thoughts on the voice note? It'll just make them curious to click it. And that's all we're doing, is trying to get them to listen. We're not trying to follow up on them saying, do you want to book a call? It's that. And then when it comes to the second process here, in the pitch, this is where we go crazy. So we will follow up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes even 9 times. So we have follow up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's right, we will follow up, and this is the process that I've used, and it's made me nearly $6 million with cold DMs at like a 70% profit margin, probably more, 9 times. And all we're doing with this is, once again, re-requesting the permission and trying to get them to rewatch the video. Because the video does all the heavy lifting. This is the big kahuna, this is the beast. When you're following up, all of these follow-ups all they're doing is we're just trying to get people to refer back to the video, because the video does the closing. You don't close on the call on the follow-up. It's literally just, we send them GIFs, we send them completely out of pocket memes, we send them some pretty outrageous messages, but just pattern interrupts, just things that actually make them think, oh, fine, I'll give that guy the time of day. Like, one primary example is, that meme of Pablo Escobar? He's like sat on a swing and he looks kind of sad and he's like looking down. Like, we'll get that meme and then we'll caption over it like me following up, waiting for your reply. And it's just Pablo Escobar looking sad. We'll just have some fun with GIFs and memes and all sorts of stuff, and this works incredibly well. You follow up 9 times. And I'm not even joking. If someone doesn't respond to this thing, we will chase them to the ends of the earth until they respond. Because once someone's given you permission to pitch, they've also given you permission to follow up relentlessly. And if they want you to piss off, they'll either just tell you, or they won't reply. And that's fine as well. What we're doing is we're just trying to get their permission to send a Calendly link. So if I put 4 here, we're just sending a Calendly link, or Schedule Once, or whatever calendar software that you use, your Go High Level Calendar, etc. We send this natively inside of the platform. So, we just say, okay, awesome, really glad you want to book a call. Here's a Calendly link. Please schedule it now, because it saves me having to chase you with follow-ups, which I'm sure you're already sick of, right? So you just give them a little reason to schedule it now, because people will bookmark it and put it off and just that. But then here's the kicker. We have another 9-step follow-up sequence. So if someone at this point has asked for a Calendly link, which means that they've watched the video and they resonate with the video and they like the results and they just think, oh, this is cool, now we're just going to bombard them again. So we will send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 follow-ups via the same platform over and over again to get them to schedule. And all we're doing with these follow-ups is just the same thing: GIFs, memes, funny messages, just reminders, please schedule the call, please schedule the call, please schedule the call. What I can tell you is 80% of your Calendly links will be sent after follow-up 7 over here. So, 6 or 7, 8, and 9 is when we get most of our Calendly links set out. And most of our appointments scheduled after the Calendly link is sent out will be scheduled around follow-up 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this is why people give up with cold DM, is they send like 50 messages and then they book no appointments and they give up. But what you need to do is send 50 original messages. Then you need to send, 100 follow-ups to all of those people, because you're following up twice on each one. Then you send like another, God knows, 400 follow-ups, and then you start booking appointments, and then you build this little flywheel. The other thing that we like to do as well that works incredibly well is we integrate this with other places on the internet. So if we've got them on like LinkedIn, for example, what we'll try and find is we'll try and find their email, we'll try and find their phone number, we'll try and find their Facebook, we'll try and find anything else we can, and we will continuously follow up using the same system on these other platforms, all referring back to the call to action of the stage that we're at. So the call to action can either be, please send me permission to pitch you, please send me permission to send a Calendly link, or please send me permission to actually, please book a call, right? And all of our follow-up sequences are engineered to go back towards that. And so in a nutshell, it looks something like this. So we start off with the Trojan horse message, and then we have follow-up 1 and follow-up 2. And, these will get sent if someone doesn't respond. After the Trojan horse message, we send the native VSL, and we kind of know what happens there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 messages will be sent to these people. And then after that, it's Calendly, and then they book. Okay. And remember, it's exactly the same premise here. If If they don't do it at this point, then we will follow up on them again over and over. And then finally they will book. And then what we can also do is start bringing in other platforms to follow up on them as well, and then bring them back into the Cali link or bring them back into native VSL. And if you do this, we have an appointment booking rate on some appointment setters of like 10%, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it works so well, and it's made me a lot of money. And if you want to have this in way more detail, we've got like 15-hour-long trainings on how to implement this for your business, for marketing agency owners, coach consultants, and course sellers. There's a link in the description. It is a VSL. It's a funnel. It's me trying to sell you something. And yes, you will have to book a call and buy something if you want it. But if you want to speed up the process, then it's there and available to you. I can't be bothered to really sell you beyond that, to be honest. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.